Fight fans? It's that strange space between Monday and Tuesday, which means it's time for another healthy dose of my sack. My mail sack! Each week, you send questions on Facebook and Twitter, and I choose 10 based solely on how quickly I can create a joke for them. Then I randomly give a Triple THS t-shirt to one of the chosen few, in hopes that you'll keep providing me with free ideas for my show. Let's do this shit! Tommy Sack!
Steven Avila. Why hasn't Morgan Freeman appeared on Triple THS yet? Steven, this show is fucking stupid. And while I'll lend my voice to pretty much anything at this point, a man's gotta draw a line somewhere. That line is at a horrible-ass cartoon with less viewers than arena football. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Not bad. Not a bad Morgan Freeman.
Corey Anderson. Tommy, have we finally entered the Anthony Peroche era of MMA?
Yes, we have.
David Bushy. What do you think the Diaz brothers' reaction to the GSP Rousey hug would have been if they were there? You fucking see Ronda and GSP hug or whatever?
Yeah.
Fucking good to see George finally come around to women's MMA and, you know, fucking see the error of his ways or whatever.
Personal growth, motherfucker, what? Didn't expect that, did ya?
Abraham Delgado. When do you think NASA will finally declare Tito Ortiz's head a dwarf planet?
Come on, Abe. A dwarf planet has to orbit the sun and it has to be big enough for its shape to be formed by gravity. So of course Tito's head is a dwarf planet. There's gonna be a full Tito eclipse next week.
Shara Curlette. Tommy, can you show us a preview of Joe Rogan's new show if he were to question a zombie apocalypse? And which MMA fighter, of your usual suspects, do you think would survive the apocalypse if it ever happened and why?
While we get the zombie poo analyzed at Caltech, we're gonna visit with a guy who claims to be a real-life zombie.
So you're a zombie?
Yes. Your arm coming off when throwing a punch says zombie, but losing your arm hurting you is more of a human thing. So maybe your new nickname should be Korean Guy. And Chris Lieben would survive. Nothing can kill Chris Lieben.
Tanner Russ. If Lyoto Machida fought Lyoto Machida, would Lyoto Machida lose a highly controversial decision to Lyoto Machida?
Peaceception.
At TaintStick33. What happens to our questions when we forget to add hashtag sack to our hashtag sack questions? Hashtag sack.
They get answered in cartoon hell by Hell Tommy. Sorry, headphone users.
Eric Hernandez. What are the top 10 things that the P in CLP Sonnen stands for?
Prankster, Plasma Beam, Panda Watch, Papa Smurf, Paprika, Pianos, Pie the Number, Not the Food, Parabola, Post Office, and Gangster.
Matthew Meany. Can we see the Ultimate Warrior and Nate Diaz sing a version of Unchained Melody?
Nate's just full of surprises today, isn't he? T-shirt time! Each week, one question is chosen at random to be the winner of the comfortable, colorful, canonical Tommy Tohold t-shirt. This week's winner comes to us from Vegas Cole, whose name sounds like it belongs in a Guy Ritchie movie. Take it away, not Mike Goldberg.
Tommy, do neutrinos have mass? And how does that relate to the number of F-bombs Dana says in any given interview?
They sure do, Vegas. Scientists know the sun should be creating that shit at some rate X, but our equipment here on Earth was only picking up rate Y, which means that those motherfuckers are turning into another type of neutrino on their way here. So they've got mass, but it's very small, and they've never been measured accurately because science is a fucking hard-ass thing to do. Dana letting fucks fly is the same because every word out of Dana's mouth is actually fuck, but somewhere on the way to our ear, those fucks are turned into other words that make up sentences. And since the amount of fucks expected doesn't match the actual amount of fucks we hear, I guess that means Dana's fucks must have mass as well. Probably. That's Show Fight fans! If you want the awesome ass shirt headed Vegas' way, go to tripleths.com right now and buy one because that's what all the cool kids are doing. Like Vegas. If I didn't answer your question, try submitting it in the form of a question. New episode Triple THS this Wednesday, zombies, dragons, and safety tips with Jose Aldo.